with y'all. I had to check in with y'all after the game, Boston against Miami. I know in my last video I said Boston was going to come back with a tenacity because I really thought Boston and LA would make for a good finals. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily over, but I'm going to tell you something. When you got a body, it's a lot of important organs you got to have. You know what I'm saying? And in basketball, it's two main organs that really count. Two main organs. You know what I mean? Your brain, which means you got to have a high basketball IQ. And I would say both Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat have a very high basketball IQ. But that main organ, when it take to win a championship, when it's all on the line, it's that heart. It's that heart. And what I saw from the Miami Heat tonight, it showed me they had nothing but heart. Those boys played with so much tenacity. Like they was ready. They came out and took it. They could have easily mailed it in after the first half. They was losing by 15, 16 points. They could have mailed it in and said, you know what, 1-1. We came out and stole the first one. You know, we'll come back the next game and make it 2-1. But no, they went out and they took that game to go up 2-0 because they have a great coach as well. See, Eric Spoelstra don't get a lot of credit that he deserved. And even when he was coaching the Miami Heat, when LeBron and D-Wade and everybody else was there, he didn't get a lot of credit. He wasn't considered an X and O's coach, more of a motivational coach. But I would say for him to be able to manage all those personalities and do the things he did, he was an excellent coach. And a lot of the things that he did as far as implementing things into the offense, being able to move Chris Bosh around into that offense was very spectacular. So now we're talking about Spoelstra. He got heart. So it rolled from the hill, from the top down to the bottom. So Spoelstra got heart. I'm pretty sure at halftime he went in there and told them boys, look, we down by 12. Didn't you see what Utah just did? Let's go out here and dominate. You saw what we did in game one. We got off to a slow start. Let's take this. Boston played like they just thought Miami was supposed to give them the game. So the difference is, I think a lot of time, the team takes on the personality of the coach. Now, don't get me wrong. Boston got a hell of a coach. I mean, the way they brought him up out of college to come in and be the NBA, the youngest NBA coach, you know, he's done his thing. But if you look back a couple of years ago, when Boston faced LeBron, when Kyrie wasn't there and it was just LeBron and it was just Kevin Love, you saw what happened. You saw what happened. LeBron took the boys out almost by himself because they didn't have a heart to finish. Well, they was young then. Now they had a couple more years under their belt. You would think that they would be ready. I mean, Kemba Walker's playing better than Kyrie Irving, so at this point, with Kyrie Irving, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I mean, I know Gordon Hayward is hurt, but at the end of the day, who is this Duncan guy? I mean, real talk, this boy is playing with heart. I mean, Jimmy Buckets is playing. Like, this came out of nowhere for me, so I just want to tell you like this. The Miami Heat, I think, is going to go ahead. I'm not going to say they're going to sweep, and I'm not going to say it's go 7, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the Heat right now, 4-2. But one thing I do want to show y'all, and this I knew when the game was over. I want y'all to check this clip out. You know how they interview the coaches at the end of the third quarter? And then they talk to them at the end of the third quarter. Let's go out here and get it done. You know, we played bad, but that's okay. Let's go out here and get it done. He was like, she was like, what happened? We blew the lead. We quit playing on both ends. We quit playing. We wasn't doing nothing. And so he over here crying and sulking. Then that's what the rest of the team gonna do. Meanwhile, Miami came out with that heart. So we gonna see. But check out this clip from the interview just so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Indeed, with Coach Brad Stevens from Boston. Brad, such a swing. You guys came into this half with a 13-point lead. What happened?
Well, we stopped playing on both ends.
The turnovers in particular seem to be a problem. You have 15 for the game, 7 in that quarter alone. How do you get the guys to clean that up?
We didn't cut it all. We didn't pass it all. We didn't play it all. We got to play better.
Thank you, Brad. Back to you.
I mean, the boy was already shook. He almost, it's like he knew he was going to lose. He had no heart. And like I said, championship teams is made up of heart. And if you ain't got it, then you not going to win. And I want to say the refs did an excellent job by trying to get the Celtics back into the game. I'm not one on conspiracy theories because I think in a 7-game series, the best team always win. You know, I do think some series over the years, you know, if I go back to some of the Sacramento Lakers playoffs of the early 2000s, you know, Portland, when they had Sabonis, I think they got cheated in the game 7. I won't say cheated, but some blown calls. So I just feel like that's part of the game sometimes. But I think they even themselves out because I want to say that play with Dragic when he was driving to the paint, that was clearly a charge, and he just threw it up and they gave him the free throw. So they balanced itself out. But at the end of the day, the Miami Heat showed way more hustle, way more heart. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna pick Miami 4-2. Tomorrow, I'm gonna drop the video of the Lakers and the Nuggets preview, break down the matchups, potential matchups, and predictions on that. Once again, this is B New saying right on to the real and death to the fakers. I'm out.